Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Danielle, aka Stitcherista here on YouTube, and today is Monday, February 20th. No, today is the 19th. Today's President's Day here in the United States, and I am off work today. And Bill worked overtime this morning, but he is home now and downstairs with our neighbor, fooling with the neighbor's boat. So I thought I would come on here and chat with you, not read any true crime, just have a good proper chat, because there are a couple things that I just wanted to chat with you guys about. So, had a good weekend. Wait a minute, let me grab a color. First off, I wanted to tell you, if you see the edge of this, I cut the edge of this. It had like a metal plate there. And what would happen when I would move the mesh ruler is that I wouldn't be able to press it down. Like it would, because the mesh rule, the little part here was solid. So I said, you know what, I'm going to clip it off. So I took my wire cutters and very carefully clipped that off. And now I can put it right down. The only thing I dislike about the mesh rollers is that after a while of using them, when you pull them up, it's almost like you really have to make sure you bend it back, because you see how this is not sticking? I have to hold it down when I diamond paint, but I can get past that. It makes the diamonds look so absolutely perfectly neat. And it saves me time because I'm not straightening every diamond as I'm diamond painting. All right, we're going to do that symbol, which is, don't you love it when you look and you can't find the symbol? Okay, so let's talk about diamond painting, because there has been a development in the diamond painting community, and I'm sure by now most of you have heard, because a couple of you have actually messaged me about it. Hannah Lynn's contract is ending with Diamond Art Club. I don't know when, but what that means is once her kits are gone, the ones that are in stock, they're not going to be replenishing them. And that's really unfortunate. Hannah Lynn is my absolute favorite artist from Diamond Art Club. And I know a lot of people are sad. But you know, yesterday I was sitting and really thinking about it. Before Hannah Lynn came to Diamond Art Club, my favorite artist was Mandy Manzano. And I know there will be other artists I love more than Hannah Lynn at Diamond Art Club. So I'm not thinking that there won't be kits that I want to purchase. Of course there will. And luckily, I still have a lot of Hannah Lynn's in my stash that I have not done yet. Now, immediately, however, I thought to myself, and I even messaged Jill and Becky about it, I said, I probably will not be able to get the Heart of Ice kit that was offered in the mystery box. Because now that people know that her contract is ending, someone's going to be trying to sell that kit probably for an exorbitant amount of money on Mercari or DAC Fans. I put a post out on DAC Fans yesterday saying I was still looking for it. I haven't seen it for sale. So whoever has it is doing the kit or holding on to it. And yeah, I just have to resign myself to the fact that I will not have that one. But maybe, if it's in God's will, I will have it in my possession at some point. I was so very blessed to receive Ladybug Love. And what was the sunflower one that Becky sent me? I forget what she's called. But I have been blessed with such generosity from you guys when I have desired a painting. And I was very lucky to get Mary Mindy, which was offered in the mystery box. I was able to trade for that. So I have plenty of diamond paintings to still do from Hannah Lynn. So I will enjoy doing those. I'm going to do this down here first. I will enjoy doing those very, very much. But if you haven't heard, that's what is going on. And you know, I saw a post yesterday. Someone had put it in the Diamond Art Club VIP group. And Diamond Art Club actually turned off commenting because some people, oh, I need to pick that one up. It's like got a chip out of it. Let me see if I can do this without like messing up. There we go. Someone had commented, that's the creaking of my chair, by the way. Someone had commented, or more than one person had commented and said, well, something to the effect of, well, I'm not upset because I didn't like her artwork anyway. You know, I feel like you could just keep that to yourself. That wasn't really necessary to say that on that post. Many people have been very, very vocal that I've noticed in the past about not liking the style of art that Hannah Lynn does. Well, let me tell you, landscapes aren't my thing. I have never bought a landscape painting, and Diamond Art Club has a ton of those, and people just die over them. I think that's in the wrong spot, but we're going to leave it there because I am not picking that up. But I don't go on those posts and say, oh, landscapes aren't my thing, so I won't be buying this one. I just don't comment. I don't really understand why people feel the need to make comments like that. So hopefully everyone will be able to get the Hannah Lynn's that they still want, that are still available. All of her diamond paintings are marked final edition on Diamond Art Club's website. So get them while you can. Like I said, when I think of the ones I still have in my stash, I mean, some really beautiful ones, I can't wait to do them. They will mean so much more knowing that you're going to have, you know, a pretty unique thing. Okay. Sometimes my pen slips on the ruler and it gets put in the wrong spot. Again, that's in the wrong spot. I am not moving it. Not a big deal. Okay. So I don't know about you, but the internet can be a huge influence on your mental state, on what you purchase. I have found myself over the past couple weeks being highly influenced by different products and purchasing them and then not liking them. And I said, you know what? I need to take a break from those kinds of things. So I actually went through and I unsubscribed or left all of the low-carb, keto groups, intermittent fasting groups that I belonged to on Facebook. I only belonged to one group for work and the 2 Diamond Art Club groups. I even left the other diamond painting groups I was in. And then my mom's group. My mom has a Facebook group for makeup and nail tips for 50 and over. But there's only like 5 groups now that I belong to, and I don't even peruse Facebook anymore or Instagram. I really have been trying to stay off of social media because it just hasn't been doing me well mentally lately. So, and I've been really trying to not impulse buy, not purchase things that I don't need. I am so blessed to have everything that I currently have. All right, we are done with that one. Now, I did buy something yesterday. Here I am on the cusp of saying that. I'm going to talk about stitching in a minute. But my mom, throughout probably every day, she'll send me, let's do this symbol. She will send me reels and videos that she comes across that she thinks I'll like, that she has watched. And one of them, yesterday, and I watched it last night, was a neurologist who was talking about the 3 things that you should avoid drinking to help ward off dementia, Alzheimer's. So the 3 things were, number 1 was diet soda. Now, I will admit, I do drink diet soda. I drink probably 1 a day, maybe at dinner. So I do drink that. Not a ton, like I said, maybe 1 a day. Sometimes at dinner, I don't even have one. The second thing was alcohol. And now, I was never someone who drank a ton of alcohol, but I would have a drink here and there. I have not had a drink since the beginning of December. So that's been what, almost 3 months? I just have no desire for it. So I'm glad that I have stopped doing that, because going forward, I don't plan on drinking any alcohol and making it a point to not drink any. Because of losing weight, your body will burn alcohol first. So it does you no favors to drink alcohol if you are on some type of weight loss program. And then the third thing was sports drinks or energy drinks. I used to drink Bang energy drinks, and I actually bought 2 at the grocery store yesterday, but I have them just for once in a while, and I only bought 2. And I have some Gatorade Zeros, but I haven't had one of those in weeks. I really try to stay away from that stuff. So I wrote my mom back, and I said, well, I'm so glad that I stopped drinking alcohol. And what prompted me to write her back was, first of all, if you have watched my channel for any length of time, you'll know my grandmother passed away from dementia. And it is one of the most horrible diseases to see a loved one go through. And I pray that I or my mom or anyone that I know is not ever afflicted with that. No one else in the family has had it before. So my grandmother was the first. And someone had posted in and I want to say it was Diamond Art Club. I don't remember which diamond painting group it was. But they had posted that they were in the hospital with their husband, I want to say. They were in the hospital with someone sitting by their bedside, and they were doing a diamond painting. A doctor came in to look at the husband or whoever the patient was, and said to the woman, I think it was a woman, well, you keep doing that, you're going to ward off dementia and Alzheimer's because of the parts of the brain, I guess, that diamond painting uses. And I feel like it's the same thing with stitching as well. And so I wrote that to my mom because I asked her if it was a long time ago though, if she wanted me to teach her how to diamond paint, like to give her something crafty to do. And she didn't really take me up on it. I don't know if I need to broach it with her again. Maybe. I have tons of kits. I could give her one. I could get her all set up. Or even start her off with a small one, Okay, well, all we got now is the white. And yeah, I diamond painted quite a bit over the weekend and got just all of this done. So as soon as I get this part done, I get to move this up because I'm done this whole section. So that is awesome. But yeah, it's nice to know. And my mom commented back and said, yeah, you need to use your brain as you get older to keep active and to keep, you know, things going. All right. And so yesterday I stitched and I watched Pretty Woman, the movie with Richard Gere and Julia Roberts. I have been watching movies that I've seen before lately. Now, Saturday night, Bill and I watched an older movie from 2015 called The Martian with Matt Damon, where he's an astronaut and he gets stranded on Mars. So good. And Bill is not a movie person like I am, but I suggested to him during the day Saturday, I said, hey, why don't we watch a movie tonight? And he said, okay. So he entrusts me to find the movie. And it took me a long time because I know by now what type of movies to find. I almost rented the new Willy Wonka movie, where it's like a prequel to Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, where it shows how he became Willy Wonka. But I'm glad I didn't pick that because when I told Bill, he was like, no. I want to see the new rendition of The Color Purple. Absolutely love the original one with Whoopi Goldberg and Oprah Winfrey in it. Love, love, love that movie. I've read the book. Love the book. But there's a new one out, so I will need to watch that here soon. But we watched The Martian, loved it. Yeah, just love that movie so much. And it was a nail biter, let me tell you. I was crying at one point. I mean, you feel for Matt Damon's character so very much. Love that movie. Okay, so weight loss. Let's talk about that for a second. We have been using our air fryer and we actually really like it. And this week, I lost 2 more pounds. So I have lost a total of 14.6 pounds since January 1st. I am very, very pleased with that. I aim for anything in the downward direction every week. And I've been successful thus far. Bill lost 2.4. So he has lost 26 pounds, I want to say. Something like that. He has done so very well. And Friday was Charlize's birthday, and we went to Texas Roadhouse with them. And I got a bowl of chili, which I didn't even eat the whole thing, because Bill and I looked over the menu the day before, and I was going to get a chicken Caesar salad. The amount of calories in that salad, insanity. It was like 1,100 calories. And I know it was because of the dressing. Now, it's perfectly low carb, but you also have to think about the amount of calories you're eating. So I did not get that. The bowl of chili was, I want to say 430 calories, and it was like 17 carbs. I only eat twice a day now because I'm also doing intermittent fasting. So I usually open my window around the 12 o'clock mark now because I'm done eating after dinner. Like my window usually closes 6 or 6:30. And like I said, I only eat twice in that. And my lunch, quote unquote, is usually just a sandwich and a cup of coffee. So it's really not that much. But yeah, Bill had herb-crusted chicken and a side salad. And what else did he get? He had 2 sides. I want to say broccoli something like that. But yeah, we have been doing very, very well. So yesterday, I decided, because I had not stitched in nearly 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I decided to sit down and do some stitching once we got back from the grocery store. And I originally was going to do, the piece I'm working on is by Cherry Hill Stitchery. Love her patterns. It's Deanna Carter. I love her patterns so much. She has an Etsy store where she has PDFs of her patterns. This one is called Hugs and Kisses. I like how she finished it. And she stitched hers on black. So I just pulled overdyed threads I had here because I had a red and a pink and a white and all that. So I just pulled them. And I think I have the conversion in the description box that I'm using. But I was going to stitch mine on fabric. I was going to stitch it on light taupe. Yesterday, I decided to stitch it on black perforated paper. And I went ahead and purchased a small finishing board from Starry Night Studios on Etsy. She has some amazing little finishing boards, and I've used a bunch of them in my finishing. I like using with the perforated paper, doing scrapbook paper and all of that. So that's how I'm going to finish that, and I'll put it on the wall in my office. But I wanted to talk about perforated paper for a second because I haven't in a while. So the black paper is 14 count. And I stitched the word hugs, and there's like a little flower next to the word hugs. I enjoyed it so much, and I wanted to tell you my favorite reasons why I love stitching on perforated paper. Number one, they come in an array of colors. You can almost find any color that you want, and if you can't, you can paint it yourself. Yeah. But the main reasons why I like stitching on it is, one, you can hold it in your hand, so you don't need a Q-snap, a hoop, a scroll rod, nothing. So it's easily portable. I love to take perforated paper with me to retreats because I don't need to be bringing a whole bunch of apparatus with me. And then another reason, it's also easy to finish because I just back it with cardstock, and you can easily cut around it. There's no stretching or pinning or gluing or nothing like that. And the main reason why, though, I like stitching on perforated paper is because my stitches look so nice and neat. Because the paper, and I like to say this and it kind of doesn't make sense, but let me explain. The paper is sturdy but fragile. Meaning you can rip it, you can damage it if you pull your stitches too tight, if you're using a really big needle. So you do have to be careful, but it is pretty sturdy. And because it doesn't have the same give as fabric, it makes my stitches look really nice and neat because there's no give. Do you know what I mean? There are people that pull their stitches really, really tight, and you can distort your fabric that way. Not to mention if you stitch on linen that can be uneven. Your stitches may not look, each stitch may not look exactly the same. With paper, looks really, really good. And I even looked at that 3-2-4 pattern from Arlene, Works by ABC, to see if I could stitch it on 18 count perforated paper. I think I can, because now it would be a big piece of paper though, because the stitched area is 11 by 11. That'd be a big piece of paper to hold. But I could do a piece of paper that's 12 by 12 and just have a 1/2 inch margin. You don't need a huge margin either on either side. But for now, I am enjoying stitching the smaller things. And I've never stitched one thing on black perforated paper. This will be my first one. and it looks great so far. I mean, all the colors pop on black. And so Cherry Hill Stitchery has, I think it's a series of 3 patterns. It's a Valentine pattern. I may do the other ones. They're really cute and they're small. So we will see. I try not to think too far ahead or make too many plans as far as what I'm going to stitch, because I seem to change my mind if I make those plans. So I hope you guys all had a good weekend and have been stitching and diamond painting and doing all the crafty things. Oh, I have been reading. I found another book that is on Kindle Unlimited, and it's the book I was telling you about by John Mars called Stranger in Her House, I think it's called. It is a daughter-son worst nightmare. So the mom has dementia or Alzheimer's, and the daughter is taking care of her. Well, I'm going to try to give you a synopsis without giving it away. I'm only a third of the way through the book anyway. A handyman that the church provided to help with like lawn, yard care and stuff like that winds up just taking over and moving in. And wow. It truly is someone's worst nightmare. Like a relative. It really is a relative. It's a daughter in this book. You feel for her. You feel for her. Oh my God. Oh my. Yeah. It's really good though. And like I said, I'm about 100 and some pages through it. When I got up this morning, what I like to do when I have my days off is I will go upstairs, grab the laundry, get a cup of coffee, put the laundry in, and then get back in bed and read my book for 40 minutes for my laundry cycle to go. And then I put my laundry in the dryer and then go about my day. So that's what I did this morning. My foot continues to get better. I had a massage on Saturday, and I told my therapist, who I absolutely love, I told her what was going on with my foot. So she spent some extra time on my foot, which I really think it's helped because my foot feels pretty good. I'm still taking my time. I'm not wearing the boot though. I don't need to wear that, but I am really taking my time, waiting for my new tennis shoes to get here. And of course the inserts from my podiatrist, which should be here in a week and a half, I think. They'll call me and then I'll have to come in and have them fitted into my shoes. But yeah, so I'm back to work tomorrow. And yeah, just taking it day by day. That's all you can do. Give us this day our daily bread, which means God gives you what you need to handle today. Not tomorrow, not a month from now, today. But yeah, moving right along on this diamond painting. So like I said, absolutely loving it. I will have this linked in the description box until it's no longer available on Diamond Art Club's website, and then there would be no point, right? But it is called Twilight Rose. It's so gorgeous. I can't wait to get to the big flower that's towards the bottom. It's really beautiful. And there are some, I want to say, metallic blue diamonds. Very cool. So I'm going to end here. Oh, one more thing I wanted to mention, and I'm glad I wrote Post-it notes because I would have forgotten all of this. So if you do not know, Bill is pretty handy around the house and with making things. I mean, he made all of my frames, put the magnets in, painted them for me. He has been helping our neighbor around the corner with his boat. And he had a piece of starboard, which is what my diamond painting desk is made out of. And he wanted to make a cutting board for the boat. And he made it yesterday and he brought it in, and I was just flabbergasted. And I mean, just so proud of how well it looked. He did such a fantastic job. I said, this looks professionally done. It was amazing. So I just kind of wanted to toot his horn and brag about him for a little bit because he is such a hard worker and always helps everybody. And I'm just so very proud of him. So I just wanted to end with that. So like I said, I hope you guys are all doing well. As always, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments section below, and I will answer them to the best of my ability. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.